Hi you guys, how are you doing? Welcome to my channel, Let's Talk Static. I'm your girl Cameo81 and this is my channel where every topic is the topic of discussion. Okay? And the reason for this platform is so that we can reach out and touch everybody, because a lot of us are more alike than what we think that we are. We have a lot of the same point of views about life, about parenting, about everything. And this right here is the platform where I want it to be, I want people to tune in and, just be able to express yourself. Be able to have open discussions, because a lot of us, we can't sit and talk to people that are, so many miles away, and actually be the difference that we want in the world. So this right here is the channel for that. I want to be able to tackle everyday life, everyday discussions, the things that separates us and divides us, and the same thing that brings us together. Okay, so this right here is the channel. Is Let's Talk Static, and so we might as well dig on in and let's just hit the first topic of discussion for today. Okay, so the first topic of discussion is, what makes you a good parent? Okay. And the reason why I chose this topic is because a lot of us, we get the definition of being a parent. We get that kind of twisted and misconstrued, or some of us just have different outlooks on what a good parent is. You know what I mean? Some people think that being a good parent is being able to buy your children anything that their heart desires. Being able to fund them and give them whatever they want, or be able to, make them stand out in the crowd of all the other kids. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to tackle this. This is my very first video, so I'm new at this, and I just need y'all to kind of bear with me. But I'm handling mine. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, it is what it is. But yeah, so what makes you a good parent? And the reason why I say this is because a lot of us get lost in realizing what exactly makes us a good parent. Some of us think that being a good parent means, I would say the fancy cars, the clothes, the jewelry, just like I say, being able to provide them what they need money-wise. But I know a lot of children that has been given the world. They could ever be bought. They've been able to do anything that they've ever wanted to do because their parents provided that. But the thing about it is their parents left out the most important thing that they needed the most. And that was mental stability. That was emotional stability. And while the parents was out putting them in sports and all this kind of stuff, they were missing out on the things that their children really needed. That's for them to be there. They needed, their parents to listen, to them. They were actually tackling like real life issues, that they weren't strong enough to face, and it caused them to commit suicide. It caused them to, rebel and wind up in jail and, certain things like that. And, you have the parents that sit back and say, well, I did everything that I could do. I did everything I could do. I bought them the freshest Jordans. My baby stayed rocking the baddest clothes. He or she didn't have to do that, and all those kind of things. But we get so caught up in what we want our children to have, to where we miss out on what really matters the most to them. And so that was one of the things that made me choose this topic, because like I myself have been, I would say like a victim of it. You know what I mean? It was all about me making sure that I was providing for them, to where like I actually kind of like forgot, you know, that, hey, my daughter, she's getting older, and, you know, she's at a point in her life to where she needs mom to be there for her in certain ways. She needs mom to be there for her mentally. She needs mom to be there for her emotionally and everything like that. And so it was times in her life that she needed me, and I actually thought that I was there. I was being there. I was like, hey, look, I'm here. What you need? You know what I mean? But she was afraid to come and talk to me about things. So that's the reason why I had chose this topic, you know, because we have children, and a lot of us, we miss a lot because we're so focused on our own agendas, you know, for our children. You know, we're more focused on getting them through school, excuse me, getting them through school so that they can graduate. We're more focused on, I would say, the grades. We're more focused on their appearance because you already know, like, your child is a reflection of you, you know. And when people look at your child, you want them to be like, oh, okay, well, she's taking care of her babies. They got fresh shoes on, you know, all that kind of stuff, you know. And in reality, we have our own personal agenda. And so one of the things that I had realized as a parent was that, like I said, I missed out on, I would say, the communication part, you know. And we don't realize that, yeah, you can buy the new cars for your children. Yeah, you can buy the fancy clothes, the jewelry, the shoes, you know, everything that your children wants. You can provide that. But what you don't understand is none of that matters if you're not providing them with what they need. You know, and what they need is someone to listen. They need to be able to know how to think under certain pressures, certain situations. You know, they need to be able to know how to react when they find themselves in a situation. You know, and we forget to equip our children with what they need for the world that's on the outside. You know what I mean? Because we're too busy trying to protect them from the outside. You know, and we don't realize that even after they've graduated school, even after they've graduated, you know, well, even after they're getting ready to go to, you know, college and everything, they're going to be faced with a lot of things. And they're going to be faced with a lot of things that we didn't expose to them. So by us not exposing them to certain situations and certain people, you know, we're trying to keep them, you know, tight and wrapped up. Oh, no, you can't hang around these kind of people. You can't do this and you can't do that. We have our list of do's and don'ts and shoulda, woulda, and all that. To where, you know, when they leave us, they're exposed to everything that we have tried to protect them from. You understand? And if we haven't been there to listen to our children, because, oh yeah, it starts at an early age. It starts when they enter into elementary. You know, I would say about third grade. That's when everything starts kicking in, because they're exposed to different children from different backgrounds. You understand? I have a son that's 6 years old right now. You know, he's been tripped at school by other children. You understand? So, you know, they're exposed to other children that are filled with hate, envy, jealousy, you know, just all kind of things. And if we're not there to listen to them when they're expressing themselves to us, because some parents be like, okay, yeah, hush, wait a minute, you know, and they don't actually listen to their children. So our babies start to feel like they're not getting what they need from us as parents. You know, they're not getting what they need. They're not getting the love. They're not getting the affection. They're not, you know, you're not listening to them. And so they typically start to shut down. So they go throughout school and they're faced with all these different, you know, backgrounds, children with different backgrounds. And some of our children are being tormented. They're being bullied. They're going through all of this at a young age. You know, and so it's, oh gosh. Oh, I just wanted to make sure my camera's still on. I'm sorry. And so basically, you know, we have to learn to be better parents, you know, and I just want to tell the parents, the parents that's out here that has the money, that's able to buy their children whatever they want to buy them and give them all this and that, it doesn't stop there. It doesn't stop there. You know, you have to go in your children's rooms, because some parents, they don't even go in the room to even check on their kids to see what they're listening to, what, you know, what they're looking at, or no, none of that. I just cut off my son that's 6 from watching Lil Nas X. He went from a cowboy to a whole nother level. You understand me? So at the end of the day, I had to go in there and I had to see, like, what is it that you like about Lil Nas X? Why do you like Lil Nas X? Oh no, you can't do that. Oh no, you can't watch that. You know, but we don't cater to them in every area, because sometimes we get caught up in one area of our children's lives, and we tend to miss out on a lot of other things. And so, you know, and that's just my main thing. I just want to let you guys know that it doesn't stop there. It doesn't stop because you can buy them the freshest Nikes, Jordans, shoes, clothes, bags, whatever. It doesn't stop there. You know what I mean? You have to sit and you have to listen to your children and see, like, what it is that's on their minds. What are they thinking about from a day-to-day basis? How do they feel about life? How do they feel about what they're going through? You know what I mean? So we can equip them for the real world when they get out there and we're not around. Because, you know, so we have so many children right now that's getting locked up, that's getting murdered, that's, you know, all of that kind of stuff. They're going through hell trying to survive a life that we put them in, that we did not equip them for. So that's my whole thing. We have to equip our children, because this world is filled with hate. It is filled with hate. It is filled with envy. It is filled with all the things that will make them drown. You understand? That'll make them drown. So that's why I asked, what about you makes you a good parent? I want you guys to sit and think about that. Think about what it is that your baby is missing. Because that's what I had to do as a parent. I had to sit and I had to think, what is it that I'm doing wrong? Like, you know, what is it that I'm not giving? You know, because you have children, like I say, children whose parents give them everything in the world, but the thing that their children really want is a friend, someone to listen, someone to hold them and say, baby, I love you, and them to really feel like they mean it. Someone to guide them, because every day they're meeting little boys. Every day they're meeting other little girls that are from different backgrounds, that react differently to certain situations. You know, and they're questioning, like, did my mama tell me right? Or should I do what they're doing? You know, because their mama taught them to be like this. And this is my friend, and now I just met my friend. So, you know, in order for me to fit in, I got to be like this too. You know? And so we have to be able to equip our children, first off, to not be followers, because we are leaders. We are kings and we are queens of the universe. And we have to teach them that, first off. We have to start teaching our children love, because there's already so much hate in this world. Already so much hate. And we have to start teaching them love, because right now the world is filled with hate. It's about how much money you have, how many hoes you got, you know, how many cars you have, you know, like it's crazy out here. So that's just my thing. And I just want you guys to just, you know, like I say, just start to tune in, because my point of view may not be your point of view. And if it's not, I do understand that. You know, I do understand that. And I would like for y'all to, you know, just kind of like tune in and express how, you know, how you feel. Because at the end of the day, you know, we're all fighting a war, and we're all fighting for our children, especially our children, to, you know, to survive out here in this world filled with hate. It's filled with, you know, with so much that can destroy them if they are not prepared. They have to be prepared for this world. And that is all I have to say. And like I say, this right here is the beginning, you know, of my channel. And I want you guys to know that you will be hearing more from me, you know. And just be looking out for me, because I got a lot of big things coming. I'm just trying to get it started, okay? So just hit that button, like and subscribe, and share with your friends, okay? Y'all have a good night.